Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In the previous videos, we have been designing this responsive tabs using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this is how it looks. We can see that when we click on any of these tabs, the contents of that tab will be displayed over here. And it is completely responsive. Now in this video, I'll show you how to make it completely CSS based. So we'll just remove all the JavaScript and make it HTML and CSS based. So let's get started. Right, here's the source code, and the first thing we need to do is we need to create radio buttons for the tabs. So we're going to change these tab headings into radio buttons so that we can click on one of these tabs at a time. So let's go ahead and create input fields. So I'll just tap input, and for the type we will set it to radio, and we'll also give it a class of tab radio, and we also need to give it an ID. So let's set the ID to tab1, and we will have the first tab checked by default. So let's tap checked over here, and now let's do the same for the other tab headings as well. So I'll just duplicate this 2 more times, and the type will be radio, and the class will also be tab radio, and we'll change the ID to tab2 and tab3, and we'll just remove the checked from here. We just have the checked for the first radio button. So if you go back to our design, we have 3 radio buttons over here, but we cannot see it clearly because of these tab headings over here. So let's go back and let's change these divisions into labels for the input fields. So let's change this to label, and we'll have the class as tab heading, and if you scroll down, here we have the ending tag as label. We'll do the same for the other tab headings as well. So let's change this into a label, and let's do the same for this division. So let's change this into a label. Now we also need to add a for attribute for these labels. So for the first label, we need to add a for attribute, and we need to set the value to the first ID. So here we can see for the first radio button we have this ID of tab1. So here we have to type tab1, and in the same way let's go to the second label, and here we need to type for tab2, and in the same way for the third label we need to type for tab3. And now let's go back to our design. Now here we can see we have these radio buttons displayed over here, and if I right click over here and click on inspect, here we can see these are all labels. Now here we can see that all the radio buttons are active. We need to just have one radio button active at a time. So for that, let's go back to our code, and we need to add a name attribute for that. So let's type name, and we need to add the same name for all these 3 radio buttons. So let's add a name of tab heading. I'll just copy this and let's paste it down here and here as well. Now if you go back to our design, and if we click on the second tab heading, we have the second radio button selected, and if I click on the third tab heading, we have the third radio button selected. So we have just one radio button selected at a time. Now the next thing we will do is we will remove the JavaScript. So let's scroll down, and here we have the link for the JavaScript file. So I'll just remove this line of code. I'll just comment this, and now if I click on any of these tab headings, nothing happens because the JavaScript is removed. And the next thing we will do is we'll remove the active classes from all these elements. So here we can see for the first tab content we have the active class, so I'll just remove that. And here for the first tab heading we have this active class. Let's remove that as well. And now we can see that the content is not being displayed, and we also don't have the background color for the active tab heading. So let's fix it right now. So let's go back to our style.css file, and if you scroll down, here we can see that we have this active class, and here we are adding a background color. So what we need to do is we need to check whether any of these radio buttons are active or checked, and if the radio button is checked, then we need to add this background color. So for that, let's remove this selector from here. Here we will type tabs container, and then we need to add the radio button. So for the radio button we have a class of tab radio. So let's type dot tab radio, and then we need to type :nth child, and we'll select the first child over here. So this will select the first radio button, and here we need to check whether it is checked. So let's type :checked. And now if you go back to our HTML file, here we can see that we have this division with the class of tab heading container, and in that we have the tab heading division. Now we have to select this division over here, and for that we need to use this tilde symbol over here. You can find this key right below the escape key on the keyboard, and then we need to add the name of this division, which is tab heading container. So let's type dot tab heading container, and in that we have the tab heading division, and we need to select the first tab heading. So here we can see there are 3 tab headings. So we need to select the first tab heading. So for that we need to type :nth child, and here we need to type 1. And now if you go back to our design, here we can see that the first tab heading is active, and if I click on the second tab heading, the first one is not active anymore. So let's do the same for the other tab headings as well. Let's go back and let's copy this code from here, and let's paste it 2 more times, and here we'll just change this to 2, and for this one let's change it to 3. Now let's go back, and now we can see that everything is working alright. Now we'll just hide these radio buttons from here. So here we'll just type tabs container, tab radio, and let's set the display to none. Right now it's time for us to add the content, so let's go back, and here we can see we are adding the active class to the tab content. So I'll just delete this from here, and here we need to do almost the same thing as this selector right here. So we need to type tab radio :nth child of 1 and tilde symbol, and here before that we need to type :checked. So this will only apply for the active radio button. Now if we go back to the index.html file, here we can see we have this division with the class of tab content container, and in that we have the tab content. So let's type tab content container, and in that we have the tab content, and here we need to select the first tab content. So let's type :nth child 1, and we need to do the same for the other tab contents as well. So let's copy this and let's paste it 2 more times, and here I'll just change this to 2, and we'll just change this to 3. And now if you go back to our design, we can see that the first content is displayed over here, and if I click on the second tab, we have the second content displayed over here, and in the same way we have the third content displayed over here. So everything is working alright. Now all of this is working without any JavaScript. We are just using CSS. Let's also check the responsive version. So the responsive version is also working alright. So that's basically how you can create responsive tabs using pure CSS. Now adding this to your Blogger website is really simple. I'll just show it to you real quick. So let's go to the Blogger dashboard, and here I have already added the design of the JavaScript version. So if I click on this post, here we can see the code. I have already explained to you how to add this in the previous video. I will leave the link in the description of this video. Now here we need to make the changes to our tab heading. So let's go back to our code, and let's go to the index.html file, and let's copy everything from here till here, and let's paste it over here. I'll just delete everything from here till here, just before the tab content container starts, and let's paste the code that we just copied. And we also need to remove the active class. So if we scroll down here, for the first content we have the active class, so let's remove that. And now we need to remove the JavaScript. So I'll just go over here and I'll just delete this script tag from here. And we also need to add the updated CSS. So let's scroll up. So this is all the CSS that we had added. So I'll just delete all of this from here, and let's add our updated CSS. Let's go back to our code, and let's go to the style.css file, and let's copy everything from here till here, and let's copy this and paste it over here. Alright, now let's click on update and let's see whether it works. Let's go back to our dashboard and let's click on view, and here we can see that the tabs are displayed. Let's click on the second tab heading, and we have the second content displayed over here. Let's click on the third tab heading, and everything is working alright. So that's basically how you can add the CSS based tabs to your Blogger website. Alright, so that's it for this video. I will leave the link of the source code in the description. And if you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.